Hi, associate nations. They are making a big splash in the current World Cup. But you know how difficult it is for them to come through? It's a 4 year process, 2 year process for T20s and a 4 year process for ODIs for these teams to come through. They play various qualifying games. There is a Asia qualifier, there's a Southeast Asia qualifier, then there is a North America qualifier, South America qualifier, African nations qualifier. The European League is split into various groups and then they qualify. So by the time they come and play these World Cups, these teams have played quite a lot of games. But since for some of the quality of these games is an issue, it is noticeable probably in teams like a PNG, where they are struggling to match up to the standards that are there at the ICC World Cup level. But if you look at teams like Netherlands or Scotland, these are teams that are playing some of the more international teams. They have their countrymen representing um, county teams. So, which is why there's a difference in the quality that these teams play. Now, USA, many have been speaking about how the USA team is primarily filled with Indians and Pakistanis. 100% agree that, which is why there's a certain quality about the USA team as well. But compared to the other teams, their exposure is lesser because the number of teams that they get to play against is lesser. So, having said that, USA topping is not the problem in the associate nations, but with the kind of what kind of quality do they come up with against is the bigger question mark for them. That being said, the way that they have played in this World Cup has been outstanding. In fact, I had recently on my Instagram page asked if two associate nations at least are likely to make it to the next stage, and it was a resounding 80% that said yes, and it was against no, only all test playing nations will make it. At the moment, as far as matches go, USA look like qualifying, Canada not in the picture, Netherlands look like qualifying, they are in an outside chance. The possibilities are there in plenty. Now, in Group A, USA is the team that is likely to challenge Pakistan coming through. Ireland looks like they're down and out, even with their NRR. In Group B, Scotland are topping the table, having played 3 games. One match was washed out, and they have won 2 games. Australia, of course, being the second. Now, in that pool, England's chances are becoming very difficult. Defending champions are going to be out of the World Cup is a very real possibility. And last World Cup's finalist, Pakistan, also being out of the World Cup, is becoming a very close reality. Group C, however, is the only group that where sanity has kind of prevailed, where Afghanistan, West Indies are the ones topping the table. New Zealand, of course, is right down that table. 2 matches, 2 losses. They've been very, very ordinary, poor this time, and they must be hoping for a miracle if they want to qualify. Group D, again, Netherlands are still in with a chance, like I said. South Africa leading the table. Bangladesh, Netherlands are going neck and neck. Nepal has another 3 games to go, but Netherlands is the one team that I feel could be the one qualifying along with South Africa in Group D. So associate nations, when they beat test playing nations, very often social media comes up with the term upset. And I always beg to differ on that front. These countries, like I said at the beginning, have played enough number of games, are coming with a lot of experience, lot of matches, and this I think is helping them. Even in the World Cup that's going to come up, 50-over World Cup that's going to come up, Nepal could prove to be a threat. T20 will be a little more difficult, but in a 50-over format where they have more opportunity to spread their game, understand the nuances, the dynamics better, these associate nation countries will pose a bigger threat. Another point that I mentioned earlier in one of my videos was how these associate nations find bowling and fielding a much easier environment to thrive and survive because they're doing it together as opposed to batting. If that one area of associate nations can change, I'm telling you, the coming World Cups and the coming competitions are going to be fantastic. We've seen Afghanistan rise from an associate nation to challenging fantastic teams. Understand that Maxwell did his absolute best in the World Cup, But imagine if Afghanistan had beaten Australia in the 50-over World Cup. Who knows? India could have been champions. Anyway, if you like the content that's coming in this channel, like, share, and subscribe to Coach Aarti.